I don't exactly know how to start this video. But guys, I am so sorry. I messed up so badly. I feel stupid. No one hates me more than I hate me, is something I like to say, and that very much applies here. And I hope, dearly, you guys can find it in your hearts to forgive me. What I did is unthinkable, and it is just a disgrace, and a part of me hates it. A part of me also likes it a little bit. Guys, we're talking about the insect glaive, and how I am sorry. How, if anyone knows anything about the insect glaive, it must have been real hard to watch how I used it. Now, I'm not sure, like I've been saying, if I could be forgiven. But guys, I'm gonna try to show you how much I hurt right now. Cause it's a problem. It's sad. It's not good. Alright. I can only show you guys with change and with my actions that I will do better in the future, and that I've truly changed when it comes to the insect glaive. So, the reason why I am so very sorry is because I was so uninformed about one specific thing that is crucial to the insect glaive. And turns out this weapon has like 17 things going on in the backworks, which is just crazy. Anyways, one of the things that I've kept doing is marking people to send out my kinsect. And I thought that was how you did it. I thought you aimed, well, you pulled out your weapon, you aimed, and then you fired. And then boom, your kinsect will now just bum rush whatever that is. Now that is what happens, but there's a faster way to do it. So if we pull our kinsect back, and you guys notice when we hit right trigger, he just launches. He just starts booking it in that direction. That's great. But apparently, he can do that. So how you're supposed to use the insect glaive, which I didn't know how you did this, by the way. Like what I just showed you, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know. I knew that B recalled him. I didn't know that Y just sends him out to hit whatever you want. It's like a gun, basically. So if we want our kinsect to hit this, we hit Y. Boom, he hits that. We want him to hit that. Boom, he hits that. Boom, he can hit that as well. Bang. Fucking wild. Now, the second thing that you need to know is you can hit O to recall your kinsect, just like that. So you guys can understand why this is fundamentally important. If you want to get a headshot buff, which is your rage buff / speed attack buff, you just aim at a creature's head, or in this case, this pillar, because it represents that, and then you hit Y, bink, and then you pull it right back, and you get that buff. And you can send him out again if you desire. But the Y attack is more to like get him to get a buff rather than anything else. So right now we have maxed insect stuff, and we have full stamina, so it doesn't take that much stamina for him just to go there, hit something, and then come back with a buff. And you can do this while moving. So you can command your kinsect to get that, come back, dodging all the while, and now you have your one buff. If you want to move faster, you hit that, he becomes white, and now you have a speed buff, so you're moving quicker, so you don't get hit. Fuck it. It's so easy. And you guys may be like, well, why the hell do they even have the kinsect fire mode? Well, that specifically allows your kinsect to make its dust and or its powder. As you guys can see there now, instead of just hitting that thing, it's hitting that thing and pulling that thing back. But I want to see something. If we do this, and he hits, and we pull it back, and we do that again, and it hits, we pull it back, and it hits, and we pull, no wait, got to impact, hit, and we pull it back, and now we jump, and we detonate this. Yeah, okay, so that is a way you can kind of just stack damage, but then again, no creature's gonna do that. What if I do this? What if I fire at the ground? No, it has to be a living creature. Okay, I was wondering if you could like make a trap of bombs. Anyways, so like I've been saying, so very sorry. It's a joke. I'm not actually apologizing, nor do I feel bad. I do feel bad in the sense that here's why I don't feel bad. Here's why a part of me is glad that this happened. I have been using the insect glaive at like quarter of its efficiency. Like you guys have seen me take on plenty of bosses where I literally just do this. And boom. And boom. And boom. And just keep milking that one attack. And I'm able to get by. In fact, quite well, I think. Now that is nothing in comparison to this, where when we jump, there we go, we could do like so much more damage, especially considering we're dealing with an explosive weapon that can more hits means more stacking of the explosive stat. So that means we're gonna have that pay out more. Anyways, the reason why I'm not pissed is because, like I said, I've been using it at half its efficiency, and now that I know that it takes 2 seconds to get all of your buffs, that's wild. So boom, we can get rage. Boom, we can get our, is that healing? Yeah. No, this is our healing. There we go. So now we have all stacks. Now, because the insect glaive is ever so complicated, it has a bunch of stuff going on in the backworks, which I did not know about. One of those things is essentially, with each buff, you get an increase to your damage. So since we're revving to go with on all cylinders right now, we're gonna be doing more damage across the board. You guys see how we were doing like 50 and now we're doing 66 to 14 opposed to like 9? It's a big difference. Now, another thing I didn't really understand what people were talking about is the idea of your kinsect and why you want a fast kinsect. Now that I know that this isn't how you deploy your kinsect and then pull back the buff, it's way more like understandable why you want a fast kinsect. Because I have the fastest kinsect and I can show you guys why that is so crucially important. Man, damn it. This disgusting looking white moth is the fastest creature or kinsect that you can attain. And here's why it is so damned good. We simply pull out our kinsect, we simply aim at something that we want, tell it to go hit it, and we pull it right back. And we can do that a great many times, tell it to come back, and that too, and tell it to come back. And now we have all of our buffs. And that's pretty great. It's pretty fantastic. Another thing is just this. This is something that I didn't really know about. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. But this is a ranged weapon. I never really put that together. If you just keep hitting Y, your kinsect will just keep fucking things up. Yeah, and it'll just keep wrecking that thing. Now, it's not doing a crazy amount of damage, but 15 damage per couple seconds does add up. I'm not sure why people don't mention that, because that's pretty stellar to me. The fact that you can kind of just be at a range, a massive range, and we can pull back our kinsect whenever we want, and the range is pretty good. And they'll just keep hitting that from a good range. And this is like not crazy damage, but I think it's just as much as the bow gun with shitty ammo, so that's pretty good, considering this thing is not primarily a ranged weapon. And yeah, we're doing decent damage. I'm not sure how much damage that is stacked on top of each other, 15 damage per hit. That's pretty good. Now the reason why I'm still using mine is because I want to kind of test something. The reason why I'm using the one that is the power kinsect, because this one is the speed kinsect. As you guys see, it has 13 speed, which is why it's so fast. This one has 5 speed, really not good in the speed department, but it does have a power of 13. Now, what the power of 13 means is instead of 15 damage, we're now doing 30 some odd damage, right? Tell it to go there. No, it's 28 damage. That's a bit. That's a bit more. And yeah, we can keep spamming that over and over and over again, and it's gonna keep doing exactly that, doing damage, which to me helps me with some creatures that I feel like I don't feel comfortable digging into, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm gonna die instantly if I do so. So that kind of helps me in that regard. Like last time we were fighting the Bezelga or whatever the hell, the dude with like the explosive Dragon King, that guy. I was kind of having trouble with him, but I feel like we'd be pretty okay as long as we were able to just stay at a distance, and with this we kind of can. Now, is that going to be the more damage than actually getting in up close and personal and actually like doing this? Definitely not, especially if we happen to have all of our buffs, which we could easily do by just doing 2 things. And now, guys, we're fucking revving to go, and we're doing a little bit more damage. And just because we want to, we're going to mark them. Our kinsect's going to start putting down explosive damage. We're going to miss that explosive, but then we're going to hit it, and we're going to be doing maximum damage. And that's how you use the goddamn insect glaive. Also, big thanks to a person on Twitter who DM'd me and was like, hey dude, I'm sorry if I'm stepping out of line here, but I really would suggest you look at an insect glaive tutorial, because you're shitting the bed a little. He didn't say that, but I understood what he was saying. He was saying he's shitting the bed a little bit, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll check it out. A bunch of people have been already like suggesting me videos to watch of the insect glaive, but I was always like, I get it. I understand. I had no idea about that. No one, I don't think, did people tell me in the comments? These videos are delayed, but did anyone tell me that, like, hey Frost, you do know just by hitting triangle, it just sends him out there like a bullet, just to get whatever buffs you need in like half a second. Boom, come back, and boom, come back, and at any range, mind you, and Boom, come back. Since this one does not specialize in speed, you can see the problem here. But I mean, hey, as of it being like a good ranged equivalent, I think so. Again, we can just keep telling it to just keep beating the shit out of that one thing. Bam, 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 bam. You know, me, just keep taking tallies of how many times I'm hitting that. How much does that actually add up to being? What? How much damage does this actually end up being? I just want to see. And how long is this typically taking? Because we're just waiting for its stamina to go out. How much damage was that, me? I know I'm putting a lot of stress on me in editing, but it's important. It's important. The second thing, this is more a video updating you guys on your guys' criticism / helpful tips to me. I apologize, by the way, that I read things and I intake the information, but God help me if I can't remember a name. So I apologize if those guys who did submit information and lent a helping hand forward. I'm sorry that I can't call out you specifically. I would. I'm just bad with names, but hopefully you still get my well wishes and thanks. Cool. Something charm material gathered. But anyways, one of you guys were saying that one of the charms in the game that I'm using right now is the plunder blade, and although it's good, it's only really good for farming, not for dealing with like a boss that's a bit trickier to deal with. A weapon that is far better is the coral reef horn. Now, I'm sorry, I would massively suggest you guys, if you do want to find the coral reef horn, you're going to want to go to YouTube and just type in how to get the goddamn horn, because I already accidentally did this quest. Essentially, you go to the Coral Highlands. Yeah, you can't see the map because we're here, but you go to the Coral Highlands, you go up to the place where Lagana spawns in that area, and you find these like rogue Palico people. They attack you, you beat the shit out of them, they run away, you follow them, you find this guy who says, hey man, why you being a dickhead? And then your Palico is like, what are you talking about? You're being a dickhead. And then he's like, ah, shit, you're right. And then your Palico's like, hey dude, what's the problem here? And then he's like, hey, we're trying to fight this monster because we're sick and tired of being treated like little bitch cats. We're not bitches, fucking help. And your Palico's like, I gotcha fam, and we gotta go help him. I was gonna do this on stream, but I thought, fuck it, is this guy a person, or is he just an NPC? He's not a person. Also, a beautiful and exuberant fluff, and there's plenty of people who are just fantastic. Anyways, if you tune into the streams, you know that there's like a couple people that are always there, and they're always giving me tips and helpful advice and all that lovely stuff. Big thanks to them, by the way. You know who you are. But Fluff is one of those people on the Discord who actually linked me to a Bombardier nerf. So, apparently, let's go to the armor. My lovely Nergigante set, Zora set, is kind of a bit faulty. So the blast attack is fine. That's all fine. What's the problem is this skill called Bombardier, which actually was really cool. It says increases the damage of explosive items. I didn't always say that. So now only slinger items / barrels of explosives, those kinds of things are affected by this. So for me, I never do that. I like to just pump those fundamentals and the weapon utility. I don't want to put down a barrel before I hit. I just want to hit and hit hard and etc. and in different ways. Anyway, so these pants are pretty much redundant, same with the gauntlets. So we need to find a new set, more or less. And I was thinking about this, and I think, let me see if I can remember what I wanted to do. So I didn't want the helmet either, because it gives me handcrafted and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, so I think this was what I was trying to go for. Yeah, I think this, well, no, this was one of the builds I had in mind, was this. This gives me blast attack 1 and earplugs, so I won't have that annoying, so annoying thing that happens to me every single time, which is when I'm in the air, someone just yells once and I get smacked to the ground. It's irritating, I hate it. Anyways, I got earplugs, I got blast attack, I got critical draw, and earplugs again. Be honest, only there for earplugs. We got earplugs, tier, it's 5 in total, hell yeah. And we have the pants that give me just defense buff, because there's no pants that I would want, essentially, that affect blast or or anything really, so we're going with that one. I thought for sure the Lagana pants would be something. Nah, critical draw and ice resistance. Sad, disappointing, whatever. But yeah, no pants offer me something that I think I would genuinely want, that also doesn't have just bomb-ass resistance. So yeah. So that's build 1, okay? Now, having looked to the future a little bit, I feel like the build that I'll be going for at N tier, like this is the build that I'm going for first, which essentially just prioritizes bombs, like blast attack, because this will give me 2 blast attack, and then the headpiece will give me another 1, which gives us 3 in total. You guys get it. In fact, I think if we just go over here, yeah, you guys can see all the stats. So we have earplugs 5 with this loadout. We have blast attack 3. We have some attack boost just cuz. We have just some defense just cuz. Critical damage and all that jazz. Also, we have bezel, gas, whatever. It's perk, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, but essentially we get a second life or a second chance at living only once. I assume that means only once every sitting or encounter that you go into. Kinda cool. It's not a perk that I would invest in. But anyways, that's set 1. That's like idea 1 that I have. But idea 2 that I have is slightly different. I really, it's a lot of reallys, like Nergigante's set bonus, which is if you have 3 pieces of his armor, you regenerate your health as you're constantly attacking the monster. Which I love that, because to me that's kind of the mentality of the glaive, is to keep attacking, and I think that would go really well with just everything. But I need blast attack. So instead of having blast attack, all I'll have is a pendant that supports blast damage, so I can have that way. So I don't typically need any armor that affects blast attack. But instead, so that's what my character I think would end up looking like. Because we need these 3 to gain just his perk bonus, and I need these 2 to gain the earplugs tier 3, and I think I could put a gem in there to give me better earplugs, at least for this one. I think that's what it was. Let's see. Maybe it wasn't. Is that what the stats that I wanted was? I don't know. I was in the middle of the night last night. I was like, hey, this seems legit and or good. But yeah, this is the one thing that I'm kind of looking at. I kind of want to have something with explosives, but also allows me to stay in the fight. Where I'm like, that's the one thing where I'm lacking right now, is I can't stay in the fight. Anyways, sorry I took so long to explain that stuff. Let's go get our coral horn thing. Essentially, one of you guys were saying that it's a horn that just gives you random buffs, which is fantastic to give like damage or healing or something that your Palico can consistently use. Sounds fantastic. And it's, for my knowledge, pretty simple. It's killing 2 Tetsu something. 2 Titsus or whatever the hell they are. I'm gonna call them Tetsus. I've always called them that. Anyways, we have to do this one. And good news is that they're not higher level, I don't think. They're not in a high level zone. So hopefully this is accomplishable, but we need to kill 2 of them. So yes. Oh no, let's cancel that. I don't know, I freaked out. I want to use a voucher because we are currently having too many vouchers. But yes, essentially there's plenty more that I can upgrade, plenty more that I have in my sights now, and I can't wait to start building. Because I did get to a point where I was like, I don't feel like I can upgrade anything, but you can. It's just, yeah, you know. I think maybe I should also try to progress the story, because I feel like we're going to encounter a dragon that gets me the ability to, like, do in-air damage or something that I could use for my glaive, even though I kind of don't want to specifically, like, impact my glaive. Although I think that's awesome, I think that's also, like, a bit too much. A bit too much. Oh, okay, so I can make 1 sinister cloth item. His hat, or... That's hilarious. That actually kind of works with his 1 helmet. I do want the skull, though. But we're gonna have to go with that one. Awesome, Palico. You're looking more and more like a little Grim Reaper. A very weird Grim Reaper bunny. The hat definitely needs to happen. Also, I'm probably gonna find out before I ask this question. Is there not a sinister equivalent of that armor, too? Do I have to, like, play an event? Maybe it's past. God, I'd hate that, because I think the armor looked really cool when I seen it. As of the armor set that I'm going to be going for, the one that is the Blazel Gas, or whatever it's called, that one, I'm pretty hyped the way it looks. You got like a not a dragon, you got like a tiger mane. Sorry. And it just looks really cool. Oh, God, yeah. Okay, let's go fight some things. Do I have all the stuff that I need? Alright, I needed to farm, like, trank bombs because I can't capture them, which I don't think I want to because they're low level. I didn't look at the time limit that we have to actually fight them, so, you know, that could be less good. But I can say that I'm very, very, very happy that we finally have an understanding of the glaive in terms of just that one thing. It, to me, is going to impact so hard, because that was one of the things that I found the most annoying, especially going after enemies that are super hard to hit, like the basil goss or whatever. I just found it was real difficult to like make it impact. Gab! God damn it, the slow motherfucker, come back here. God damn it. Let's pick up something and shoot it at him so he just doesn't keep running. He was booking it, on a side note. There you are. No, hit his head. Hit his head. Come back, just give me that buff. Sure, I'll take that, yeah. Give me that. Get his tail. There, give me the tail. And now, got him, nice. Alright, I missed a little bit. Okay, he hit me still. I thought there was no stagger, sadly. He is twice my size, but still. There we go, a little bit better off. Oh, this is perfect. Boom, gotcha, nice, 100 damage off the bat, nice, boom, boom, boom. All right, someone told me that not to do this. To get off. How do I jump off? It's not worth doing that, apparently. Oh, can't believe I dodged that. Not okay, give me my buffs back. Go over there. Nope, no, okay, pull out your sword again. Keep your sword going. Get his head. Come back, give me the nice aggro buff, perfect. Go for the center mass. Go for the center mass. Go for the center mass! This adds a whole new aspect of rage. There we go, come back. You got the buff, nice. And now we're all powered up again. Oh, that was a new attack. I've never seen him attack like that, neat. Oh, you're limping, is that right? Hey, go after him. If I only had that fast one, he'd get him. Oh, also, you're out of stamina. Well. Oh, is this number 2? Well, at least we found that one. But where's the other guy? No, they swapped. No, move. Oh, I see him. Alright, you bastard. I'm not done with you. Just wanted to mark you, you get it. There we go. Oh, he's very close to dead. Nice, one down, sweet. It's pretty simple. Now that we know what we're doing with the weapon a little bit. Oh, we did get knocked around a little bit. No, damn it. No, loot him. There we go. Anyways, yeah. So now that we know what we're doing, we get all of our buffs super quick. We can start like mid-maxing every bit of damage. And if we ever start to get low health and we need to like take a back seat, we know that we can just spam our kinsect at him to do a decent amount of damage. Man, not knowing one key. Just mechanic, hit Y and aim, or aim and hit Y, and you're fucking golden. And it changes the game. But hey man, I was able to get to Nergigante and almost beat him. I almost beat him by myself one time. He was limping and shit, but then it got me with that stupid like dive attack, and I was like, ah. But yeah, there's like plenty of ways to play safe with the insect glaive, which is wild to me. Go for his face. Come back to me. No, center mass. There we go. Now come back. There we go. Nice. You got his tail. Come back to me. Or no. Oh, you didn't get his thing. You get his head. Get his goddamn head. Get his head. All right. Well, he got his head, so there's that. But I'm really in a bad way. There. Finally. Yeah, see, they're using that coral thing. I think that's giving me a buff. Also, I maybe have just yelled at you. I apologize. Also, apparently, I was watching this video. I forget what it was called, but it was essentially just an insect glaive guide video. But a person was saying that when you're gonna do any like main attack, go for go do this, and then Y, and then run away, and then roll, because it cancels out and it basically min-maxes damage. So there's that. Oh, I didn't think I was in the range. Okay, well, this is bad. This is not great. Luckily, this is super low level, so we're kind of okay. Nice, got the tail buff, the healing. Go for the chest buff. There we go. Give it some speed. And last but not least, uh-oh. Nope, that's still not what we want. Fuck, I tried jumping, didn't happen. All right, well I just want to get his head. That's the main thing. I don't think he can get to me this quick. Boom! My weapon is a bit dull, but hey, we'll get through it. No, jump off, stop mounting. I didn't mean to do that. It's limping! It hasn't really broken anything, but it's limping. Did I loot the Tetsu to its full extent? I don't know. God damn it. Get it! No, you missed a little bit, buddy. I should sharpen our weapon real quick. This is a mistake. This was a very big mistake. And he's blowing on the horn, neat. All right, I think a person did say that all we need is the head buff. There, now come back. That was definitely a head buff. No, it wasn't apparently, great. That's not it either. There we go, that should be a head buff, right? It looks orange. Nope, it wasn't. Is it a tail then? Get his face. There we go. All right. So boom, and then we're supposed to dodge, and that ends the combo for like half a second. That's not like, it's like half a second. It's not exactly necessary, but still pretty cool. Return to the base in 1 minute. Did we skin the other person to the max points? I don't know. I don't feel like I held down the button and got all of it. But anyways, it's old Tetsu stuff. We don't need it necessarily, but yeah, that massively helps. Again, just being able to get all your stacks and just boom, start to fly out and go is great. Also, to know that there's a passive buff that when you have all three going, you get like a tiny bit more damage, which does matter. Just happy about it. Just real happy about it. But I do believe when this ends, we do get a little baby cutscene. Maybe. Yeah, so you guys see how that there's so many buffs going on by our health bars. I think that's the trooper member who ends up helping us. See, he blew the horn a couple times and that gives us that buff, I think. Not sure, I think. But hey, we got all this awesome stuff from it because we used a commendation or whatever. Very awesome, and our good old Palico got a great deal of things as well. I do want to get the horn as fast as possible though. Oh, I thought there was a cutscene. Well, maybe you have to go back to the Coral Highlands and then there'll be a cutscene. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I really wanted to get this as fast as possible because you can level up the weapon, I think. Yeah, because I remember I tried to use the trap snare thing. Yeah. Oh, cool. We don't have a time limit. Yeah, I tried to use like the trap snare thing on Nerdragante. One, it doesn't work. Secondly, I couldn't command him to use it. I had to like level it up a little bit, which was interesting. But also that's why I wanted to get this as soon as possible. Warriors of the Research Commission, I salute your bravery and generous hearts. Accept this gadget with my thanks. Its melodies will aid you. Wow, that sounds meow-standing. Awesome. Thanks. Any who have fought by my side are friends. When you require my aid, I will lend it gladly. I shall see you again, brave, generous warrior of the research community. Or commission, sorry. Nice. Buddies, bros, we're gonna equip that and we're good to go. We're good to go. Yeah, now I just want to fight things because now that I know the insect glaive has a lot more of a punch, or basically, again, I did not know how easy it was to get your buffs. That's why I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of the annoyance of the insect glaive is how you, or not the annoyance, but like the high level stuff is that you kind of have to predict where enemies are going to be going because that's super slow, that stupid little trank pod thing. So I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense how you get your buffs and how you can kind of like get the benefits of dual blades. No, you just hit Y and you're good to go. And I was like, oh, I was playing half the game at like quarter efficiency. But hey, we got there. You know how I was saying that, hey, you only need to go into something as much as you think you need to? That's kind of correct. It's kind of correct. I was able to get to Nerdragante. I think I would have beat him. If I were to just give myself a couple tries, I think I fought him 4 times. Not as much as Diablos. I mean, hey, I fucking beat Diablos. I mean, like, hey, but bam. Palico, the trooper who we made friends, the Coral Highlands, whatever, they taught me how to speak Shamos. Never thought I'd be chatting with any of those. So the next we see, I'll try to sweet talk them to joining our trail. Yeah, so people here now will lend me aid. But my dear Palico, you have a brand new weapon that happens to be red. That's awesome. So he had like a bronze or like a really crappy one. But this one, it says, oh, we can actually see what it does. Well, we know that he just blows the horn and good stuff happens. But what good stuff? Is it like defense bonuses? What we dealing with? An instrument of troopers able to yield a variety of effects. The melodies boost attack, defense, or status resistance. Those effects increase your proficiency. Hell yes, I didn't know it did all of that. That's fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to do a couple more quests because, well, I actually may need to do one more Trailblazer thing to get Sinister Cloth, depending on how lucky I get with attaining a Sinister Cloth thing. But hey, when we do, we have a little Grim Reaper following us, which, you know, is a little bit, you know, not comforting, but still. But yes, also, when you guys were saying that, I think it was the same person that told me to watch the guide, that I was using a shitty, I was saying that, like, oh, there's nothing for me to farm when I'm still wearing a very, very shitty, belt. Basically, it's like it's one of the low rank belts. Hey, what do you want from me? Yeah, and there's so many builds. There's one build that I could specifically make for the insect glaive, and then there's another build that I kind of want to make that affects all explosive type of damage, because explosive, from my understanding, is kind of cumulative. Apparently it allows you to do, it builds up like a status effect chance, like paralyzation, but it caps out at 120. So when you eventually do get to the max status chance, it will detonate for 120 damage always. I mean, considering how many times we hit with the insect glaive, I think that is one of the best weapons to apply that on, that status effect. So yeah, that's nice. Oh my god, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at how to get Sinister Cloth, which I already know is by the Trailblazers. You send them on expeditions, they bring you back it or have a chance to. But I just seen armor that looks like a very amped up Lagana armor, and I think that's probably gonna give you some sort of in-air bonuses. So there's definitely hope for like a premium in-air damage build. So Insect Glaive will be very, very happy. And yeah, now that I think about it, you can easily get a charm that affects that. You can get a charm that basically just gives you the ability to do maximum blast damage, I think. So I can just put on a little necklace that gives me all of the blast damage I need, instead of having to wear 3 armor pieces that do that. The only catalyst is I think you're better off not investing in things like blast or maybe ice, but not blast. So let me quickly explain, because we're running out of time. But if we go to charms, basically, from my understanding, every type of defense ability is here. I may be in a lesser form. No, it seems like it gives you the maximum defense value that you would get from an armor. You can level these up, I think, to 100%. You can get them all the way up to however much you want. So, to invest in, I think I pinned one, yeah, the demolition one, the blast attack, it only has 3. So it's kind of a shitty thing to invest in. To me, it'd be better to get an armor that kind of meshes with blast attack, but also meshes with, I can't find it, but earphones or earplugs. I want that one. Because that one has it has 5 things that you can level up and get. The only one that I think might be worth just using a pendant to attain its damage is ice. Then again, ice is not the same as blast, hence why it has such a huge upgrade trees, because ice damage is kind of like fire poison damage. Maybe not poison, but basically it's one of those things that an enemy can be weak against, and that's it. It's not like explosive that caps off at base damage, I think. But yes, I think I'm better off getting a charm that has like 5 points to spend into it rather than like 3. Like blast attack, which already have like armors that have 2, armors that already get you most of the way there. Yeah. And you probably put a gem in there that enhances blast attack. The potential for builds are complicated, but very interesting, I guess. Anyways, guys, that has been my soul-crushing experience through the game, learning that the Insect Glaive has just a Y ability when aiming that just tells your kinsect to just maul that area. Maybe we could do a quick video Huh. We could do a quick video trying to take down an enemy with just our kinsect. Without like, well, not just our kinsect, but primarily our kinsect probably. I'm not sure. We shall see. Because I think that adds up to be a good amount of damage. You keep telling your kinsect to just bum rush that area. I think that's a decent amount of damage. It's not crazy. It's not bad though. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Logan, and Frost is the subscribe button above me, 2 videos to my right. I appreciate you guys to no ends, and goodbye.